Hello, welcome back to this channel. Today is September 5th, 2023, one day before the Presidential Election Tribunal is set to announce their judgment based on the petitions filed by Peter Obi as well as Atiku Abubakar. Folks, Judgment Day is here and you can feel the anxiety in the air, not just for the petitioners but also for the supporters of Bola Tinubu. So, in this episode, I'm going to answer the question that's in everybody's mind. What happens next? If the Presidential Election Tribunal rules against Bola Tinubu, what happens next? There are several possible outcomes, and this video, which is based on the question asked in the comment section, will answer all lingering questions about the possible legal outcomes if President Bola Tinubu's election is nullified. Here's the question from @Isaac Omatama. Please, I'd like to know this. If a governor of a state is removed by the tribunal, he or she has to wait for the Court of Appeal to rule before he or she packs their load and go away. How about the president? As you are probably imagining right now, this is the question in the minds of many Nigerians at the moment, given that Peter Obi as well as Atiku Abubakar have filed their petitions at the tribunal. The judges have heard the petitions. The respondents, that is INEC, Bola Tinubu and the APC, have responded with their witnesses and gave their final addresses on the issue. And Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, as required, have also provided their final addresses responding to the issue raised by the respondents in their defense. So everyone is asking, what comes next? To deal with this question, let's take a look at the Electoral Act for the answer. In Part 8 of the Act, titled Determination of Election Petitions Arising from Elections, Section 136, Subsection 1 provides as follows. Subject to Subsection 2 and 3, if the tribunal or the court, as the case may be, determines that a candidate who was returned as elected was not validly elected on any ground, the tribunal or court shall nullify the election and order the commission to conduct a fresh election not later than 90 days after the A. decision if an appeal is not filed against the decision, or B. nullification of the election by the court having final appellate jurisdiction in respect of the said election. Okay, let's break it down. The Constitution is very clear on the matter. If Peter Obi and or Atiku Abubakar are able to prove their case that Bola Tinubu was not validly elected based on the guidelines and procedures put in place by INEC, then the tribunal will nullify the election. And if they do so, they can mandate INEC to conduct another presidential election within 3 months from the day the tribunal gave the decision. But if President Bola Tinubu appeals that tribunal decision, which we all know he will, then the court will go to the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court agrees with the tribunal and finds that his election is invalid, then INEC will be mandated to conduct the fresh election within 90 days of the Supreme Court decision. In Section 136, Subsection 2 of the Act, it says, I'll read, where an election tribunal or court nullifies an election on the ground that the person who obtained the highest votes at the election was not qualified to contest the election tribunal or court shall declare the person with the second highest number of valid votes cast at the election who satisfies the requirements of the Constitution and this Act as duly elected, provided that the person with the second highest number of valid votes cast at the election remains a member of the political party on which platform he contested the election. Otherwise, the candidate with the next highest number of votes in the election and who satisfies the same conditions shall be declared the winner of the election. Okay, here's the deal. Section 136, Subsection 2 that we previously just looked at speaks of process and procedure for the election. That is, if INEC failed to follow the law in the election, the president will be removed and a new election will be called. But this section that I just read speaks of another possibility, that is, whether Bola Tinubu was qualified to contest the election in the first place. If the president is found not to have been qualified to contest the election in the first place, he will be removed from office and the next person with the highest vote who meets all the other requirements will be declared as president. If, for example, the court agrees that Bola Tinubu was fined $460,000 by the United States government for his alleged involvement in a drug-related offenses and money laundering case, and that he was not qualified to run for president in the first place, then another election would not be called. He will be removed from office. Then what? Well, ordinarily, Atiku Abubakar with the second highest vote will be sworn in as president. However, as things stand, that is likely not going to happen. Atiku Abubakar does not seem to have the spread of votes required to be president. And as you all know, he failed to meet the Abuja 25% vote threshold, just like Bola Tinubu. Therefore, Peter Obi, even though he was declared as third in order of votes, will be declared as the president. However, I believe Section 138 particularly answers the question of what happens if Bola Tinubu's election is nullified by the tribunal, as asked by Isaac in the comment section. Subsection 1 of Section 38 reads as follows: where the election is nullified by the court and notice of appeal against the decision is given within the stipulated period of appeal, the elected candidate shall, notwithstanding the contrary decision of the court, remain in office and enjoy all the benefits that accrue to the office pending the determination of the appeal, and shall not be sanctioned for the benefits derived while in office. Well, there you have it. If the judges at the tribunal nullifies the declaration of Bola Tinubu as president and he files an appeal to the Supreme Court within 21 days of the decision, he gets to remain in office until the determination of the Supreme Court case. I know this is not what many Bola Tinubu opponents wants to hear, but that is the law. Okay, that's all I have on the question I was asked. I hope I've been able to provide a bit of clarity on the issue. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know of your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree or do you disagree? Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. See you in the next one. Bye for now.